Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Pantheon interview. We're getting the chance to get some insights into another company that's on the rise, and so we're getting a chance to talk with the CEO of that company. And let's just go ahead and dive right in. So I just want to say as well, there is always a disclaimer with these videos. You can pause to read the disclaimer that's on screen. But let's start by meeting our CEO, as well as I forgot, Ritzy is here as well. He's co-hosting with me, and so we've got like a very dynamic panel that's involved. So let's start with Geoffrey introducing yourself and introducing the platform.
Okay, so hi, my name is Geoffroy. You can call me Geoffrey. I'm the founder of Yurai. Um, yeah, so the platform where Yurai is a platform where you can self-publish your webtoon, webcomic, manga, and web novel. So we're also accepting text format. And as a creator, you can monetize your work pretty much the way you want. There's still a feature that we want to build, but it will come in the coming months. Um, so yeah, I think it's pretty much it. I guess you could compare Yurai to some kind of YouTube, social media, Patreon, all in one bundle. So yeah, I think it's the easiest way to explain what Yurai is.
Oh, very cool. I really like getting a little bit of insight there. And so we're going to continue to develop on these points and really focus on like Yurai as a whole, maybe from the start to the beginning. And so just to kind of jump in there, like let's talk about what Yurai looks like right now. So, what is Yurai doing? Like I know you said you recently launched like 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the things that are happening with the company.
Okay, so maybe one of the first interesting thing I can say is that I'm kind of a solopreneur. So I don't know if it's a word in English, but it's like a company with just one person. So I'm kind of doing pretty much everything. Uh, so yeah, one of the great thing about that is that I have a lot of flexibility. I can, but also everything is on my shoulders. So when we want to create a new feature or something like that, I'm kind of the developer. So
Oh no,
it's
that's super crazy. So you're like the developer, like the accountant, like all of the things wrapped into one social media manager.
exactly, yes. So support. I'm everything. Yeah. But it's something I like because it allow me to understand everything about my project. And when people have like question for me, like you will have for me today, I can pretty much answer everything. And if I don't have the answer at the moment, like maybe we can work on that together with the creator and the reader.
Oh, very cool. So then with all of that in mind, like how is Uri different? I know you mentioned like YouTube, but like tell us a little bit more about the current um, platform.
Okay, so yeah, but like I said, since we launched like 2 months ago, there's still some feature to develop. But um, like, do you want me to like show my screen with a demonstration of something like that,
Oh
or
yeah, that would be cool. Let's see
okay?
it. Like show us all the things. I want to see some behind the
Okay.
scenes.
Uh, I'm not so used to Discord, so I'll just try to see how I can do that.
Oh no, we should have done it on Zoom.
It's fine, it's fine. So, um, let me know if it works.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the first thing you may realize when you're on your eyes that it's kind of shaped like a tablet or some kind of phone. The reason behind that is that I wanted to develop the mobile app first, and what you're seeing on the web version is like a reflection of the mobile app. So it allowed me to develop faster and available on all platforms. So I think it's really interesting for both the readers and the creator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What do you think about that?
So I'm not big
And yet,
on. Oh, go ahead, Ritzy.
oh yeah, it definitely makes sense why you'd focus on this instead of having like a separate website and then a different layout for the app because most people reading webtoons, it's primarily on a mobile app or on a mobile device. So yeah, it makes sense that you go that way.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Like we'll talk about the past of UI later on, I think, but um, we had like some statistic that showed that at least 90%, I think, was were on mobile. So for this new platform, I was like, okay, I need to focus really on mobile. So that's the reason why I did that.
Yeah, it's around 95%.
Okay, okay. So yeah, one of the thing you can see when you're on the home page is that first of all, like you have some series in all language. It's something I want to kind of fix with the time because the difference with a lot of platforms is that you can open the filters and literally like choose everything you want to see on your front page. So, for example, since we are doing a English stream, I'll show only the English series. We don't have a lot of English series yet since we were mainly a French company at first, but we're really trying to expand our language and our pool of creators. So yeah, so recent activity like maybe I can do a bit of what every section is. So you might like well, it's a classic in webcomic apps, so it's a series that could fit with you. For the moment, there's no not really an algorithm based on that since I'm kind of still building that up to like have something to personalize for you. So it's kind of random, but with time I'll build something better with that. New series like something I can say right now I think is that I always work with creators. So we have a Discord where there's 54 creator I think, and I always take their feedback. So in the during the last month, this section wasn't there, and they told me like yeah, new series always have difficulty to get views and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's a really good point. So I'll make a section just for that, and hopefully ideally at the top because I think it's important that the most people see them. Uh, so they can start their journey on the right way.
Yeah.
So recent activity, it's something really different, I think, from other platform. Like I don't know if I can say some platform name, but like on I know Webtoon Canvas, Webtoon Canvas, the series get I don't know what to call that upped when they publish a new episode, but that require a lot of work on the creator part because if they create a really long episode, they're kind of I don't know how to say that. It's like not the best way to get visibility on that platform. You have, I think, the best way to get visibility. Sorry, it's hard to say in English. And it's like to publish more frequently, but shorter episode in order to always be at the top. But I think it's kind of a shame because it doesn't allow to the creator to create the series the way they want. It's more like I need to do that because I need the visibility, but that's not how I want to tell my story. But if I don't do that, I won't get views. So it's kind. I don't know what you think about that.
Mm.
So yeah, the recent activity, the difference is that when a creator does an action on their series, it will be in that section. So we don't have the feed yet, but just posting the feed will up your series. So just saying I, just showing that you're still working on your series and like available to respond to the readers, it will put you up in that section.
Oh, that's really cool. I really like that. especially since y'all are like growing right now. Like that seems like it really levels the playing field for a lot of people to get some eyes on their series.
Yeah, yeah. So there you have a button to access the creator dashboard. So maybe we could check that after. I don't know what you want to see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at it. Like since we're
Okay, you
here,
want to?
huh?
I have one question about the homepage. So at the top where it's the big discover images, how are those chosen? Is it based on like episode metrics, or do you choose them up there? Is it part of the Discord? Do you guys run something in the Discord that decides who's up here?
At the moment, it's random, but we select like series that have like how could I say that? Some I don't like to say it that way, but some level of quality, if I could say, like what is if the reader open the app and see those series, will they be like, oh, okay, I'm not sure it's like the quality I want on this app. So I call that the team choice for the moment, but like almost all series are team choice. I mean, they're all great. So I think all the English series are in this selection. So it's 7 series show at random. Every time you refresh the app, you would see 7 other series. The reason I want them to be random is to offer the best visibility possible to every series, like being equal to everyone. If I choose, I feel like there's more than 7 series created by month. So if it's like a team choice per week, yeah, it would be difficult at some point to like show everyone. So if it's random every time you open the app, I think you'll get visibility for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes sense. Like I said, also like the platform is still in development. So if people say comments like constructive comments, I'm really open to change things.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. And I totally get what you're saying. Like something a little more polished, a little more developed in the aesthetics of the series is what's up on the banner right now. But you are kind of like being very fair about it. It's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, you're just one person. We completely understand. Like
Yeah.
so but yeah, yeah, show us some more of the platform.
Okay, so yeah, maybe just before going to the creator dashboard, something I could also show is that when there's, maybe I can add the other language just for the demonstration, but you can really like choose like the order of the all series section. So once again, you can the alphabetical order and recent activity new series, and maybe if someone have other ideas, I can put another order order selection option in that. So yeah, you can change everything and yeah. And yeah, another point is that if you have an account and you are over 18 years old, you will see the adult content button. So yeah, I I chose to hide the adult content to minor, and I think it's just the right thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, please. So is it like mature, or are we talking like not safe for work content?
It can be non-safe for work. Like we're not talking about anti, so like it has to have a story behind it. But like you won't, we accept like a shower scene or so you know some stuff that could be banned on well the other platforms. We generally accept them, but like extreme violence is not necessarily something to, like it's always difficult because there's some kind of gray space even for me, but I would say that like I don't instant ban anyone. Like I'm a VTuber fan, for example, and on Twitch, YouTube, you see VTubers getting banned for literally no reason. like I'm really that when I say we are human as a platform is that I'll just contact you. I say, okay, I think it's a bit too much, but honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
never happened. It never happened to this point, but yeah, it is the procedure I will follow if something like that happened.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're pushing the
Okay.
boundaries here. Like, let's talk about this. I like that. That's really cool. Okay. I think that clarifies like that for me. Hopefully for anyone in the audience, because we have a lot of people, or at least I know a lot of people that make more on the pushing the boundaries side of things, and so
Yeah,
I feel like that's always a question that people ask me after interviews. It's like, what's their policy on not safe for work? So, thank
yeah.
you for the clarification.
It's
Also,
also
yeah, yeah,
but it's also good to know because, like you mentioned, Twitch, but Webtoon themselves are also starting to push back on a lot of um, 18 plus Webtoons or more mature content on their platform as well. Even if it's offsite, like an 18 plus Patreon that's related to the Webtoon or connected to the Webtoon through like the Patreon connection button. Um, so it's good to know that there are platforms that people could go to as sort of a nicer way to read stuff that's not really allowed on Webtoon.
yeah. That's also how I see it. Like, I think in your previous interview with Namikami, the person said from Namikami pretty much said the same thing, but we're kind of like Patreon also. So Patreon, they accept more things and. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say is that there's a lot of friction when you try to switch from other platform like that. You lose a lot of readers. So by having everything in the same platform, I think it's really the way to go. So yeah. Yeah, regarding also the type of content allowed, something that is not allowed in UI is AI content. Um, it's something that I think is like I understand why some people use that, but both for the other creators and for readers, I don't want to read something made by AI. So yeah, it's banned. And if people lie when the during the series creation process, honestly, I see under 10 minutes if the like I open the app and I see directly that okay that's AI like I hide the series and I contact them and say sorry but we have to remove your series from the platform if you don't change anything or show us that it's really AI. If you have like a PSD file of clip files or anything that could show that you're really the creator behind that, will please show us and we'll just I don't know, say that unhide your series. Uh,
Like
uh,
suspended or something.
Sorry, could you repeat?
Like you suspend it on your end from the platform until they respond.
Yeah, like it's not suspended, but like just hide. We hide the content,
Oh,
but
okay.
uh, generally they respond under like a couple hours or maybe even the same day. But like I have a really good eye for what's its AI. For the moment, in the two first month of the platform, it happened 2 times, and they never respond back when I say that because they just know that it's true. Like it's AI
Yeah.
and it's not allowed there. So
It's like, oh, I'm caught. I'm not even gonna respond.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So me like sorry, my webcam is like right where the button is. So, so yeah, on my series page, you see a new episode of your followed series. The reading story is the reading story. Yes, since it's my private account, I may have some special case like the thumbnail that doesn't show here. I think it's because I read a series where an episode has been deleted, so that seems to be what happened. So yeah, and when you have a series with new content, there's also like a green dot showing there's new content on that series. Like I'm pretty much following everyone, so
Mm.
there's a series. But yeah, so maybe another interesting thing about UI is the search functionality. Like I really try to put a big focus on that. So um, maybe it happens to you when you were trying to search for a series on another platform, like you just did a little spelling mistake, like you're just forgetting a letter in the title, and it doesn't show the series. Like I know, for example, that Cinnamon Moonbride, which is a one series that we have on UI, don't show up if you don't put, like, I think it's a capital letter on Webtoon Canvas, but on UI you could like literally misspell it completely, clean up, and it will show.
Yes, thank you so much. That is the bane of my existence. I have typed in so many series and I'm like, I spelled this right. I know. And it's like, it's missing an exclamation point or like one letter wasn't capitalized. So thank you.
Yeah,
Like, you know what the people
yeah.
want because that's what I want as a reader.
Yes, I was a reader for like at least 3 years, and well, I mean, more since I still read them. But I was like, shit, I don't get the content I want, and like, why? And sometimes it's really stupid. So I was like, okay, we need to fix that. And something I also wanted was like, I'll try it with a word in French, since we have more French series. But like, if I write chevalier, which is knight in English, okay, maybe we don't have anything with that. Um, that's not necessarily a good example, but like, do you have a word, a keyword that would be, you think, in a series, for example? Um,
Reincarnated? I don't know.
okay, reincarnated, reincarnated. So okay, so you see, for this one, it's really an isekai story. So it was one of the keyword of the series, and I didn't even write the keyword completely, and it showed the series.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
As someone who like struggles to spell like the simplest things, like this is like all the reason I need to like try out the platform.
Yeah, I'm glad we could answer your needs.
Yes, that gets me so excited. You have no idea how many like hours I've spent before in the past like trying to find a series and I'm like I'm doing this right and I just leave. I'm like I can't be bothered Webtoon. So,
Yeah.
was there
So
anything
as I can, yes, sorry.
No, I was going to say was there anything else you want to show us?
Um, on the reading platform, or like on the dashboard as well.
Um the platform, I guess, and then maybe we can transition to the dashboard.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think for the platform for the moment, good question. Um, oh yes, yes. Something that I can also show is that well, got big. Is that on UI, I really focus on mental health of the creator, and something I realize. Well, there's I got inspiration from my own reader experience as a reader, and I was like, okay, sometimes numbers affect the way I what I think of a series even before reading it, and I'm like, uh, those numbers really should have this kind of impact on my experience. So I was kind of, and I thought also as the viewpoint of the creator, and was like, what's the feeling of like having 2 views or 10 followers, like all the numbers are public on another platform, and the series next to me has like a couple of hundred of thousand or maybe even thousand.
Mhm.
Like, content is not uh, bad because their numbers are not great. You're just maybe sometimes you're new on your series just start, or you just you're just not lucky, like
Yeah, it hasn't
some
found its
platform.
niche yet.
Yeah, yeah. So by removing these kind of numbers, like the creator have access to these kind of numbers on the dashboard, but as a reader, I think it shouldn't affect my experience, and so there you can see the number of like, the number of follow, like it's not something I need to enjoy a series.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I feel like a lot of creators do talk about that too. So, what do you think, Ritzy? Like you're a creator. Do you have thoughts?
I definitely like the mindset of it because I'm outside of just Webtoon. Like I don't check my notifications on any social media. I've just made it a habit to just never open it. Just because I think just like really it makes everyone really focus on the wrong things of social media. Like it really does focus on the like I think the worst parts of like, oh wow, like this got traction, that got traction. These people, like these accounts followed me. It makes it very inhuman. I'd say it makes interacting with people inhuman on like a place that's called social media. So yeah, I think more places in general should just have the ability to like toggle off likes or follow stuff like that. Just because um, I think it does somewhat alienate people or push people into like not trying stuff if they're if it's low rated or if there's not a lot of people there. Um, just hiding all of that really helps people just like take risks and read stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I did that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely appreciate it.
yeah, that's perfect. So maybe that's a good transition to let us see the creator side of things then. So if like the reader experience they don't get to see it, let's see what the creators get to see.
Yeah, sure. So did you see my transition here, or do you see the creator dashboard?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So I'm connected as a creator. So for this creator, we're helping them publish their series. It's kind of a special case, but it's a good way to show you an example. So that's like the overview page. So this where you create a series. It's where you select a series. So the way I build UI was like when you change a YouTube channel. Um, so series are separate. So if in this case she has a series in French and another one in English. The reason why I did it separately for language is because when the feed will be there, like I have a lot of difficulty to think about the way it will be like um a good experience for the reader. So especially with the way the filters work on UI, so I was like, okay, I'll separate that, and I don't know what your thought about that.
Um,
Oh,
I'm not
maybe I
sure.
don't know. Okay, okay.
Do you have thoughts, Ritzy?
Um, Not currently. Besides, like, I see you're publishing like the same series twice, right?
Yeah.
So, is that's because it's two different languages. So, um, like currently, if you're like a French reader, for example, um, and you're trying to find this series, then like you have to read the French version directly, right? It's not like the one place and you can like swap the languages out.
Yeah, you will have to like go in the filters and change your like um, if we return on the reading platform. Like in this case,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I have both language, all the language on. So yeah, at the moment I see, for example, this series is available in English and French, so it's there twice.
Okay.
When you get on the series, you see like either there or when trying to read it, you will see in which language it is. So this one is in English, but you see this one may be a good example because she don't post the English episode the same time as the French versions since her first language is French. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it allows to more flexibility maybe. because if both language were like one in the other, one all in the same series, like I don't really understand how the database and everything will work. Like to it exists in French but doesn't in English, but it's the same series. Like what do you show in the you're on the episode, but you don't see it in French? Like maybe it's something that could be upgraded with time, but at the moment I didn't really see like why someone would like to change that much between language.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
You'll just have to let us know. Like we're not sure.
It's totally fine. Yeah. So to continue that, so you have like a quick overview of like your stats. It's for all the periods. So it's since the beginning of your series, since day one, and the latest comment is showed here. So to see more detailed stats, you can go on publication, and every episode has like the number of views and unique views. I think it's something that maybe as a creator you've never seen that before, or as a YouTuber you may have seen that. So I think like for example on Webtoon Canvas it's only views, but as you can see you have more views than unique views. That's because a reader can go twice on the same episode, but it kind of creates a fake numbers at the end because it's only one person. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting to see both, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe try sometime to understand why. Was it because it was a really long episode and they have to like come back, or um, I don't know. Like I still have to experience it myself. But as a creator, what will be the reason for that? At least you have the stats to try to understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's honestly, I try the most possible to show the same stats that I have on Google Analytics. So for publication, I have it's also what I see. The difference is that I can choose as the administrator. I can see on different period of time. So I can show you something that isn't available yet. It's the statistic page that I'm still working on, but I can show you the mock-up, I guess. I don't know how to call that. So that's what I want creator to be able to see. So really, like choose the period of for the stats you're trying to show, and really detail information like the gender of people. And if it doesn't match, it doesn't reach in the, I don't know. Is it too small for you or?
It's readable for me.
Okay, like I can zoom a bit. So yeah,
Okay.
for example, in this case, it doesn't reach 100% because you have people that like are didn't select maybe their gender, or like honestly, in some way, like I don't think the gender really bothered, but maybe I was like maybe some creator would like to have that, or the average year age of the reader, just to know like are they building the series like for like I don't want them to change the series to adapt them to the readers, but at the same time if that's what they want, they could do that. And another interesting thing I think is the average episode read. So at what episode reader mostly quit your series. Um, I still not really totally know how to have that data, but I know it's possible. So yeah, I'm still working on that.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
And I think that like showing some achievement also like can boost moral encouragement to the
Mm-hmm.
creator.
Mm-hmm.
Like as I said, I think being a creator for I'm not one myself, but I can somewhat put myself in their shoe, and I'm like, okay, like not saying numbers, like numbers shouldn't matter, but they matter in some way. So uh, having some like kind of reward really help to like give yourself a
Yeah.
In French, we say a tap on the shoulder, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, no, no. Yeah, exactly. Like it's nice to have like it's sometimes the little things that can like really boost you forward and like having like because even Canvas will do things where it'll be like, you know, you have 5,000 subs or 10,000 subs and you get like this little card or whatever. And so, like, people are excited about it. So, I think
Yeah,
any sort of morale booster or any sort of like little encouragement is exciting, especially when you're first starting. Like, first, getting those first 3 episodes out is already hard work. And so, getting some little, you know, taps on the shoulder from the platform, I think is really fun. Like, yes, yes, more encouragement, please, Geoffrey.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
uh,
it's also good because like when people are starting out, um, they might not have as many mutuals in the comic space yet, or like they might not have a lot of people sharing their interests. So it's good to you know have something giving some sort of positivity to them.
yeah, yeah. And something I like about the way I show that you meant, maybe it can be improved over time, but like I like to see that, okay, on the beginning of the month, I was like at 100 views, but just in the matter of 2 weeks, I can easily see that, oh, okay, I'm already at 1,000. Like, it's an example in that case, but I think that seeing, when you check on the journey you have made, uh,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it can be like really like a moral boost for you.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Like, a long time ago, someone told me to start putting like all of my drawings into a binder and then like sectioning it off by year because I used to do a lot of traditional. And so, like, whenever I felt like I'm like, man, I haven't progressed at all. Like my friend told me to take out the binder and look at it. And so whenever I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, I have progressed. I feel so much better now. So I like that mentality of being able to see like progress because sometimes you forget. Like you're like, I've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
doing this for so long or I've been involved in this so long. It doesn't seem different to me because my perspective hasn't really changed like internally, but having like that outside perspective, I feel like would be really beneficial.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So,
Any
so yeah,
other uh
yeah, but there's still some things to see that, like, for example, I don't know how it comments works on Webtoon Platform, for example, but I wanted like I took inspiration from YouTube for this one also. Like you see all the comments at the same place, so you don't have to go like in each episode to reply to them or something like that. You can just like see them. For this example, there's only one comment for the moment, but like uh, you see it for the episode one, and you can reply to it directly easily. And if it's let's say a harmful comment, you can delete it yourself.
Mm.
mm,
So there's also a moderation section. I'm still working on that one too. But to show you what I'm trying to build is sorry for the word, the bad word here, but you can put the keywords you want to automatically ban a comment that could be harmful to you. The platform will have auto built keyword that won't be accepted, but I know like in some fandom some words are created just to insult creator, or like there's new word every week, so so you can just write some of the word you don't like, and even type the username of someone and block them uh, to so yeah.
oh yeah, a
uh,
lot of control on the creator side.
yeah, yeah, because once again, I think like it's something that could easily affect your mental health, just to have like someone like trolling or like just being harmful for no reason. Like there's always there's never a reason to be harmful, but like uh, some kind of protection, like to at the end of the creator.
Yeah.
So so yeah, maybe. the two other thing I could show is that, for example, when you create an episode, you can choose the type of your episode. So the type will change the reader, how the reader works. So if it's a webtoon, will be you read vertically. If it's a webcomic, you turn the page to the right, and if it's a manga, to the left, and a novel from top to bottom. So yeah, you have the control on that. You can also schedule the publication, but also if for how many times the publication is in early access or for member only. That's something that is you can only use when monetization is on for your series. So maybe do you want me to explain how monetization work or?
Yeah, go ahead since we're here, and then we can just fill in the gaps throughout the rest of the interview. So.
Okay. So yeah, so the first step is to accept additional term of use. In those terms, you will have to I call that series verification. So when your series will be verified, you will I also want the creator to be able to add music to their series, but it needs some kind of trust with you because I don't want you to publish like copyrighted music. But I know, like for example, in the case of Cinnamon Bride, she have created her own OST for her series, but there's no platform that let her self-publish her series with music. So you always have to like open either SoundCloud or YouTube on another tab just to have the sound with it. So yeah, I wanted the creator to be as free as possible and create the series and share it the way they want. So so that's the first step. Once your series is verified, you can connect your payout destination. So we work with Stripe for the moment to connect your bank account. So it's a direct deposit, and you have to wait. I think it's a weekly deposit. So you just get in your bank account, and you have nothing more to do. You can also follow your sales of membership on the Stripe dashboard. So something that we offer, the first monetization feature that we put in the hands of the creator is the membership. So you can create membership to allow readers to access your series. Every membership tier you create allow readers to access exclusive episode. The reason I did that is because I thought that would be kind of a bad experience for the reader if the first tier didn't offer what I think is the basic thing in a Webtoon platform. So yeah, and for every couple of months that a reader is subscribed to you, they get a fidelity badge. And for the moment, I haven't completed the part I'm about to say, but when I want that when a reader click on your fidelity badge, it will bring you to the series where you get it. So it will be like every time someone comment on the series, it will kind of auto link between series. Don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So it's the first feature we offer. But one of the feature that I'm working on, I'm working on a lot of things, and I'm sorry for that. so it's what I would call the shop. So it will allow you to sell your series like either per chapter or like your entire series, and make it available maybe as a PDF. The reason I thought about that is that I see a lot of the creators that are in our Discord selling on, for example, Gumroad PDF chapters. So I was like, okay, I think that having everything on the same platform will like be the best experience as a reader, and like not have to search like, okay, where can I get more? Everything is at the same place, and I think it's also easier for the creator to be able to manage everything in on UI.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
So
Well,
uh,
just well, I guess we can wait and talk about that later. I was just wondering if that was the only ways of monetization.
okay, like yeah. So for the moment, only membership. Later on, the shop. For the moment, is the two thing I thought the most about.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think about uh, everyone know ad revenue,
Mm-hmm.
advertising revenue,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure what's my opinion on that because like do any of you have stats about when you get the 40,000 views on Webtoon, how much it pays you? Like I think it's just a couple of cents. Is it really worth?
Yeah, I um I have a few mutuals that are in the ad revenue program, and it's it's barely a thing. They got rid of a lot of the support for it a year or two ago, and they've just replaced it with super likes, which it's kind of on like Twitch and YouTube. It's like you give like it's like bits, I think, on Twitch, where it's like you just pay like $5 to the creators and like that, like a couple dollars. But yeah, it's not the current state is like just a couple cents a month. It's not very good.
Okay, so that's what I heard also on my side. So I was like, okay, I will have to like build a lot of feature for a couple of cents, like and offer a bad experience for the reader. Like I'm not sure it's worth the time and the bad experience just for a couple of cents. So yeah, that's why I didn't do that.
Mm.
I was not thinking about AdSense, but I was thinking about like merch for the
Okay, yeah,
series. Will that?
okay, like physical merch.
Uh huh.
Okay, um, I guess it would be a great thing to add to the shop. I'm not sure on 100% how I will do that. Like the for example, the creator will have to manage all their inventory themselves.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if someone buys something but the creator don't deliver? Uh, am I the one responsible for that? It will
Mm,
have to
mm,
be
mm, mm.
the
Yeah, I
answer will
see.
have to be
There's
yeah.
a lot of
So
like logistics to figure out. I just know I've
yes,
seen it on like YouTube where people sell like stickers and stuff sometimes. So I was just curious. I have.
yeah, like something maybe I could do is like maybe some kind of link to like a Redbubble shop, but at the same time, like uh, the best experience would be to keep everything on your eyes. So my answer would be that when I talk to in French it's avocat, that's just me. Lawyers, yes.
Oh,
When I was
oh,
talking about to lawyers, they said like maybe it's something you should like put later on, just because of
Mm.
legal things. So once the legal things will be set up for that, maybe we could do the physical shop inside Yurai. But yeah, maybe later.
oh. Okay. No, no worries. I was just curious. That's still cool though. And I learned a new French word. I'll be saying it all the time to annoy people. uh, so was there anything else on the creator side that you want to highlight?
um, Not really. So maybe some kind of thing that are cool is that I made a preview thing so you can really check how your story will show up in the app if everything suits you before going live. Same thing in the publication. Um, so you'll see exactly how it show up. And oh yes, something that we're working on and will be available maybe next week. I talked to some creator and they're kind of annoyed by the size requirement of images on each platform. Like every platform have their own requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I have to do something with that. So starting, as I said, maybe next week, if I can finish things, uh, it will auto resize for you and also slice the episode for the image for you. So for example, if you put an image 50,000 pixel of 8, it will separate them in multiple images as you see here, and it will show correctly on the reader side.
Okay.
So because I think tapas don't offer that, so yeah, they kind of hate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for showing us some behind the scenes on the platform. And I think you've drummed up some interest from a lot of people. And I just want to highlight a few comments real quick. Where is it? So, Pet Me Shoehorn said, "Hey, I've been on his platform. It's really good." So, some awesome feedback for you. And, and then there was one more. So Shibby Lou said, "Thanks for letting me know. I can't wait to check it out." And they're referring to your platform. So thank you for the little demo right there. I really appreciated it. And I think right now what we'll do is we'll open up to chat if they had any questions about the platform and just kind of build from there. Did you have any questions, Ritzy, or anything you wanted to cover before we move on to our next segment?
Not too much. I do like how much of the platform itself is it's very easy to understand. Because that's one thing with Webtoon is that it's a little confusing. Things aren't really where you think they should be, and there's a lot of features um, that still aren't really there. Like you still can't like report or like take down comments, um, stuff like that. And yeah, I did notice that yeah, like a lot of the sidebar and everything is very much like the YouTube studio. Um, so yeah, like it's I don't know. I appreciate that's very easy to understand.
That is exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
So something that maybe I've forgot to mention is that I'm a graphic designer. I studied graphic design, so maybe it helps to create something that is easy to understand.
Mm.
Oh, very cool.
So
So is that your that's your background? Like that's why you're so amazing at all of these things? You went to school for it?
yes, but like I never in school I didn't learn how to program, but when I did the estimation cost of thing, I was like, okay, it costs less to learn than to build the things I want to build everything. So,
Mm.
so yeah, you need I would say a special brain to be able to do everything, but yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah,
I specifically.
I definitely agree. Like you are doing the work for sure. Which is pretty interesting. I'm kind of curious about maybe the I guess like the history of the platform. Like how did you get into this? So I know you said you were a reader, but going from reader to, you know, webtoon webcomic platform creator is like a big leap.
Yeah, yeah. So when you check the background, you'll see that the journey is really it was a slow process, and also like you'll see the step I've taken. So maybe I can start really from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, we want ground zero.
Okay, okay. So in 2015, I started my studying graphic design at a specialized school, and at the time I didn't even read any manga, and I it's my one of my friend that introduced me well, it was one of the guy I was studying with that introduced me to anime. The only anime I knew at that time was like Naruto and Pokemon. Okay, so
Oh my good grief, you poor soul.
yeah, yeah. So the only anime you see, those two anime were the only one that were on TV in Canada. So like I didn't know anything else. So so yeah, it was One Punch Man that was airing at that time. So I was like, oh okay, like it's nice to see that there's story. But well, there's not that much of story in One Punch Man, but there was more story in One Punch Man than most of the shows that were on TV, normal TV here. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. That's something that I enjoy. So I slowly got more and more into that, and maybe a couple of months later, I discovered by myself Webtoon by looking, I think, for manga online or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's really interesting because I'm someone that really like colors, and there's a lot of colors in Webtoon, and also the vertical format. I think it was more. I don't know if immersive what is the best word to describe that, but I felt more in the comic that way. So yeah, I started to really enjoy that, and I was mostly reading. I think it was called Discover at that time on Webtoon. So the Discover self-publishing series on Webtoon. I think I only read like two or three original Webtoon since then. Like I'm not an original guy. I think, especially now, I think they're all the same. So, and it's something that really me. So yeah, I've always been more on the independent side. And so yeah, I start reading series like Love Succubus, Silent Scream, um, Mage and Demon Queen. At that time, all those series were self-publishing at that time. Uh, so you may know some of them now, like Love Succubus, that is now an original since I think just a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago. So I'll get back to that. So so yeah, one of the things I realized at some point is that okay, I'm reading in English, but can I find webtoons in French? But there was like nothing in French. There was only one platform in French and was Dilitoon. But Dilitoon was more focused on boys love comic, and it's not necessarily the type of comic I want to read myself. So I was like, oh, wow, there's really like there's nothing, really nothing. So at the time we were in 2017, so 2 years later, I was kind of finishing my graphic design school. So I was like, wow, okay, there's nothing in my language. There's really an opportunity there, and I really want to to, uh, to share what I found yes to the people around me. So I started thinking like, okay, maybe I could translate series into French, so some kind of fan translation. But instead of doing things like Scantrad or things like that, I was like, I think I should ask the creator if they want. So I asked them. Like I reached out to Sarah, the creator of Love Succubus, for example, and was like, well, do you want to have your series translated in French? And he said yes. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I started doing that with like a couple of series. Like I think I have a name Love Succubus as the first one, but the really first one I think was I Hate That I Love You. That is also now an original series, but also Unintentional Game and uh, well, I don't remember the name. I remember the thumbnail, but so yeah, we start with like five series, and I could count on the help of my little brother to help me translate those series in French. So the two of us were like, well, something I forgot to mention is that I also start a full-time job after school as a graphic designer. So it was kind of like a passion project, a side project that I was doing. Uh, so yeah, we start translating series in French, but at the moment I also think like, where do I publish them? Like, so I create my own website using WordPress. So we were like a publisher for them, and in order to maybe help a bit pay for the server, the hosting, I decided to put a membership through the entire platform. So it was like some kind of Netflix, but for like 5 series. So yeah, that's how it started, and it slowly grows from there. And at some point, we had 40 series that we were just two, or at some point we were three translating them. So yeah, that was a lot of work because it was 40 series, ongoing series. So there was like a lot of chapter, and at some point it became like a bit too big. But we weren't making enough money. Like I've never give myself any salary myself. Everything I made with UI, I have invested everything back into the platform. So yeah, a lot of work, but not enough money to pay more people to work on those series. So I was like, okay, I think I have to 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 change the way we were working. So that's where, like, maybe something I could also say is that while working with those creators was like, okay, like it's really rough to be a creator. Like there's a lot of difficulty they're facing, like a lot, sometimes a lot of stress, a lot of discouragement, and yes. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of people in those situations, and just by translating their comic, I can't help everyone. And helping people is one of the things I love the most in life. That's also why I quit my last job. So, but in fact, I even had a burnout because I was doing too much thing, and well, it was COVID also at that time. So yeah, I just had a burnout during those times. So we were like in 2020, I think, during those years. So yeah, I start thinking about, okay, how can I change how we work and everything. So that's how when I thought about self-publishing platform, um, and by building something that hopefully helps the most creator out there, while also serving my first purpose, that was allowing French people to share their comic, because at that time Webtoon France didn't exist. So we were the first platform, I think, in the world working with French creator in French, not for translating them in English. So maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't found anything else in the Webtoon space before us for French creator. So it was some kind of big deal, but readers weren't really, since we were the first and we were small, French readers didn't really know that we existed. So yeah, that was a challenge, and it's still a challenge. So by expanding to more language, we hope that the platform can maybe grow better and help everyone at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty much where we are. So now, yeah, start thinking about how the design aspect, the tools I can create to help people. I also made a real company to have support. So I was able to have support, financial support to from the city next to where I live. They were like really amazed by the innovative aspect of that, because in Quebec, where I live, the law regarding books didn't change since 1969, I think. So like,
Oh wow.
yeah, so everything digital doesn't exist. So we were like, yeah, we're like into 2020, it's time to change, okay? So yeah, we even got some prize for that. I don't know how to translate the prize name. the award name, sorry, in English, but it will be like the most loved project. So not necessarily the project generating the most income, but the project that was the most loved by the team of the console of the city. So I was like, I think it's really something that our community is starting to really look forward to, and I'm the one that is going to build that. So yeah, so now we are in incubator. I don't know if it's a word in English. So they could help me like grow the company, and also like build something that will be long lasting. I don't know how to say that, but like still growing over time.
Okay.
So oh yeah. I'm trying to think if there's something else, but yeah, it's pretty much it. So the financial support helped me hire. Like when I said I'm pretty much alone, I sometimes work with a freelancer to do some connection with the database, since it's outside of my knowledge. As I said, I kind of learned just by myself. So more advanced feature like for example the Stripe connection for payout, I work with a freelancer to do that part, just to be sure everything works fine.
Yeah, that's cool though. Like that's really interesting. So, like what stage of development are you in right now? Like we know you launched 2 months ago, but are you still like, is this like beta, alpha, like?
I would say that it's open beta, so like every all the most important feature are there and functional. There's just not everything I wanted there to be. For example, like I show you the command moderation, but the most important part that isn't there yet, I think, is the feed. I want Yurai to be really like some kind of social place, and the feed is really going to make things more alive, if I can say. So yeah, the feed is something I'm working on, and hopefully in December I hope to be able to publish this update. But I don't want to. I'm a guy that don't want to make false promise. So we'll see when it's ready.
Ooh, okay. That sounds exciting. Well, we won't hold you to it, but we'll look forward to it when it comes out for sure.
Thank you. So just letting you know, like I'm trying to do updates like every weeks or 2 weeks. So sometimes it's smaller, but like something I saw on Patreon is like it didn't change for like maybe 5 years, and it changed just recently. Like I don't want a platform like that. I want a platform that always evolve with the creators and the readers, and for that I think it's pushing, even if it's small updates. It's important to be regular on that. An important thing to note is that most of the time the update is public on the website version before the app version, even if it's technically the same thing, just because I want to push updates to Apple and Google in bigger batch, so they don't think it's suspect. Because if we update every 2 days on the store, they will be like, oh, whoa, what's happening? What are you doing? So yeah.
So what about creators? How are they responding to the platform since you've launched?
So honestly, it's something that I'm really proud of, is that as you said, it's really simple to use, and they also like the way their series is presented. Like I wanted our series to be presented as original series on other platform, and I think I kind of did a great job with that. But it can evolve over time, as I said. But it's at first a good start.
Yeah, I loved getting a chance to see like the banner feature. So that was really cool.
Yeah, like having your banner like taking more space at the top. It showed a bit better on the mobile version, But like for example, if I do this, you'll see that I think present itself better. But yeah, so our original series of that, so I felt like it would be fun if everyone could have that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, creator also say that uh, it shows just in the way that the platform is built that they can they can see that I care about what I do, and also the creator themselves. They also see it. I think the support behind is also really important. It's something that you don't see when you're outside it, but you can always chat with me. And when I see, for example, a spelling mistake in your comic, I told you, uh, like I think there's a spelling mistake on that bubble. So
Mm.
I invite you to that you could maybe correct it, or like maybe sometime doing suggestion like okay, like you put the first pricing tier to $15. Do you think it might be a bit too high to be the first tier? So it's certainly fine if it's the strategy they want, but I'm kind of looking for everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it really shows when they're talking to me.
Yeah, I love that personal touch. Like being able to like directly contact you cuz it sounds like you're super busy like just on your side of things, but like the amount of time that you take and how like you're like actively sub to people and actively reading their stuff is like really cool. I feel like it keeps you like grounded. I think that's a good word. Like it keeps you very
Yeah,
grounded
yeah,
to the community. So
yeah,
and knowing the creator side is so important because like if we're talking like business, like the creators are producing the product, so you want to make sure like they're happy and that they're able to create in the like best possible mental state. And so it makes me wonder like how are like the readers responding, like what are they saying?
well, that's a bit of a difficult part to say because I don't have a lot of feedback from the readers, but at the same time, readers are allowed in our Discord. And something I think is really fun to see is that, for example, this week we have a reader that was like, "Hey, do you know about this series?" And myself and another creator were like, "No, we don't know this creator." And the reader was like, "Oh, I think it would be nice to get in touch with them and try to bring them on UI." And I was like, "Oh, sure." Like I'll contact them, and the same day I contact them, and the creator just I showed them the presentation page of UI, and they were like, "Okay, that seems to be really interesting." And as I said, there's already at least one reader that really wants your series, but they prefer to read on UI because, well, different reason, but I think they like the design of the platform and the way it's easier maybe to navigate on it. So it really encouraged the creator to come to the platform, and at the same time we make a reader happy. So it's just some kind of circular thing where everyone helps each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more of like yeah, helping each other and a community thing more than just a business.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's answer your question.
No, no, no. It does. And I mean, like you've only been out for 2 months, so you know, I wasn't sure like how heavy your pulse was on that or not, but like obviously you want readers and you want like people to be on the platform, and it is kind of well, I don't think it kind of is. It definitely is a circle. Like there's a loop to how the process works. Do you have any like strategies that you're going to try and implement to like increase the readership or like increase that side of the community?
Yeah, so my first step, as you may have guessed, is to have a bit of creator on the platform. Because if I
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to show, nothing to promote, how can I encourage readers to come? So
Right.
so now we're starting to have an interesting I don't know the word, but uh, I'm not sure if the word pool of reader of creators sorry, is the right word, but yeah, we have an interesting number of creators, I think. So my next step is just to work on having more readers. But something I'm working on is to hopefully bring bigger creators, since we have now something to show them. Like the platform is is live. There's series on it. You can see how they are presented. So it's easier for me also to convince bigger creators to at least try us. And what I hope will happen is that they'll find it really easy to publish on UI, and nothing like we're not trying to replace necessarily other webtoon platform, but we're especially trying to replace Patreon, because I really think it's not the place to discover other creator, and also like the reading experience is not it's not built for that. So I'm kind of losing where I was trying to get, but
Strategies for readers.
yeah. So like these big creators have like big a lot of paying members on this platform, and sometimes I also approach creators that didn't have a Patreon yet, that have like 100,000 of readers on other platform. So I was like, hey, why not try UI and see how you feel it. So yeah, I'm in this kind of discussion for the past week, and I have some kind of really big creator that I think will be really interesting to work with them, and they already comment on some of our posts on Instagram and everything. So I really see their interest. It's not just like oh yeah, okay, I'll try it and never hear from them. It's more like okay, I'm working on my series. Like I want to have 10 episodes ready for when it launch on the platform, like, for to have a buffer. So I'm really seeing that they want to. I'm not just talking in empty space. so so yeah, I hope to be able to bring them. And my wish is that since it's not built like Patreon, you can discover other creators on Yurai. So by bringing those creators, and since some of them don't have a Patreon yet, it will be the place to have the full experience of their series and also discover other series at the same time. So it's my next step. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah. Like, I definitely like and it's a process. Like, we totally get that.
yeah.
And so, I really appreciate the transparency on it. And I really think, like, it's nice to hear a platform, like, thinking of different ways to pull in readership, like collabing with bigger creators, and whatever other strategies you might want to implement. But I really appreciate hearing that. What about, did you have anything that you wanted to add, Ritzy?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that uh, there's a few platforms that I'm seeing pop up that are all doing a pretty similar thing of trying to be not just for publishing webcomics, but also like having all these different ways of monetizing and putting a lot more in the hands of creators. Um, the two that I'm thinking of off the top of my head are Namikami and Global Comics. Um, they both have a lot of similar like tagging features and subscriptions and like exclusive episodes and stuff like that. Um, did you know about any other platforms like Namikami or Global Comics while you're making Yurai or um, anything like that?
Yes, I was aware of Global Comics, for example. Um, Namikami was, I think it's smaller, so like to be honest, I've never checked that much this platform. Like I think it works a bit like what I'm trying to create, but um, at the same time, it's how could I say that? Like I know where I'm trying to get more into the English sphere of thing, but on the French, for the French reader, it was really like something big, and we were really close to them. So I think it's a bit of like a community difference at first. So now I'm kind of like by the way, I really don't try to copy anyone. I know that we have maybe some similar feature, but that's also why like I check a bit of the platform, but I don't want to get too much inspiration from them. Just because I want to really be ourselves. I think at the moment the biggest thing is I always take mental health in consideration, and the support I offer. Like if the platform gets bigger, one of the points I really want to invest in is like having a good team that will be there for creator. Like for example, if the creator didn't publish for some time, just get in touch with them. Like maybe even ask them, are you going well? Not just do you have a problem with the platform? That's also a good question to ask. But are you doing well? Is there something we can help with? For example, like I know like when you're a big platform, it's hard to have a one-on-one discussion like that. But at the same time, I think it's one of the important thing behind the scene to offer. And yeah, I will really invest in a moral support team. I don't know how to call that, but really be there for the creator first, since they are really what makes the platform. And at the beginning, I said I wanted to be helpful and be there for them. So yeah, that's my way, I think, of being the most helpful for them. And hopefully it will also reflect on the reader side of things on the long term.
Okay.
Yeah, having a creator relations team sounds awesome. Like I would love to see that on a platform.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that on another platform. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
And
I haven't heard anything so far.
Me neither. So yeah, I think it's something a good approach to that.
so, with the platform being new, I was curious if maybe you would want to share some numbers with us. If you're not comfortable, that's
Yeah.
completely fine. Could you share like your creator numbers and your readership numbers?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, just trying to be on my phone. Um, so yeah, for example, like well, I don't know what to start with, but like we have 68 published series at the moment, and 42 series in draft. So a series in draft is like a series that creators are starting their journey on UI. Like for example, they create the banners there, the title is there, but the first episode is maybe not there yet, or they want to have more episodes to be ready when they launch. For example, I know that some of the series in draft have already 3 episodes that are ready, but like I will need to contact them to do the follow up I talk about, but just be sure like is it because you're still working on the next episode, or is there a problem, things like that. So yeah, it's also the things I have to do like next week just get in touch a bit with them. But so we have a total of like 110 series. So yeah, I think that's a really great number. I wanted to have like around 100 before really pushing the creator side, the reader side. Sorry, just to be sure
Hello?
that there's. Sorry. Hello.
Oh, hi. There you are.
Okay.
We got a little bit of a connection issue, but that's fine.
Okay. Did you miss anything or?
The connection was fine on
No.
my end, so.
Oh, sorry. I guess there's just a drop on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like the last little bit of your sentence, but yeah, I heard.
Okay.
I got everything. Yeah.
So well, what I was saying is like I wanted to have like around 100 series before starting to push the readers, trying to attract more reader because something we have to understand is that maybe we have more series in French and less in English, and that's the case at the moment. So I can start pushing the French side, but I think 10 series in English is maybe not enough yet. So if you want to help Yurai, maybe give a try to Yurai, and I'll be able to help you better that way. So yeah, but I'm still starting to get in touch with more English creator. Like as you said, it's a process, and I start talking to the community I know at first, and I'm trying to expand. So yeah, maybe another interesting number is that we have 482 active user in October. So honestly, I think it's relatively a good number for it was a second month, yes. So so yeah, I think when you know that everything is organic, like I didn't paid for any advertisement up until November, so yeah, I think it's a good number. There's a total of 637 episode chapters available to. Well, maybe they're not all available to read, but at least they're in the database, and maybe they're scheduled to be published or in draft, and the creator just wait to be ready to publish them. So yeah, that's some number I have. I know I don't know if it bore you if I say that, but before the stream you asked me like the most followed series on UI, how many readers are there, and it's 19 follower for the biggest series. But something interesting that I saw while checking the stat is that a lot of series are like in that range. So most of the series are kind of evolving at the same speed, if I can say. So I think it's something interesting. Like there is, well, hopefully no one left behind, if I can say. Like also like since we have a small kind of a small pool of reader, it's also normal that your series might not be a fit for everyone, but it's nice to see that most of the series are kind of growing together. So so yeah, that's pretty much the number I have. I don't know if you have something else you want.
No. I thought that was a nice overview just to give some people a little bit of an idea. I thought everything sounded really great. Like, it's only your second month, like you said. And so, you only grow from here. And you have like a really active Discord from what you said. So I'm sure people will keep, pushing out the word, and that community will keep growing and building on itself. So like we talked about earlier, I thought that was nice. We kind of highlighted that numbers aren't always that important, but I do think like people are curious, and so having the transparency and letting us know what the numbers are now, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's understandable. Like if you want to publish somewhere, like you have to be sure that it's worth it. And I think since I know we repeat it a lot, but since we're just in our second month, I think we're at a state that giving us a chance is something that is really appreciated. And like for the creators listening to us right now, like yeah, give us a chance, and I think you'd be surprised how what's your experiences on UI, and never hesitate to get in touch with me either by the support button or the Discord community, like or even writing to us on Instagram. Like I'm trying to be everywhere, so so if you find a way to write to us, I'll be there. And yeah, I'm always listening, always responding. I try my best to answer the same day you write, or maybe there's a time décalage. I don't know the word in English for that. And maybe it's the next day, but I'm trying to reply as fast as possible, but also as best as possible. So I'm not just saying like random things. I'm really taking the time to understand your situation. For some creators, I'm even helping them like what strategy they should be approaching on UI and things like that. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'm here for everyone. So give it a chance and get in touch with me if you want to chat.
Yeah, I think sometimes, like you said, it's one of those things where creators do want, like, everybody's time is valuable, and so we're all trying to like make our blows count when it comes to like posting on different platforms. And so I think sometimes it's kind of figuring out like how beneficial this is. Does it benefit me? Like, will this benefit me? What are the opportunities? What's the potential? And so like that's kind of where I feel like we can like sidestep the numbers to look at potential and be like, this could be a really good investment for me as a creator. So speaking of the future, we would love to hear what your thoughts are on the future of Yurai. Like, what are your goals? The immediate, the long term, the like world domination goals. Like what are we looking at here?
Yeah. So one of the words you said that is interesting is world domination. Like, it's not something that I like. It's not my goal. My goal is really to be helpful, and maybe even if we will probably never be the biggest platform out there, just because well, we don't have the cash behind it, unlike Webtoon that just got to the I don't know the word in English, but they're on Wall Street now. So yeah, they have more money than us, and it's a fact. um, but what if we can be the most helpful platform, and be there when creator needs it? Like I said, I don't want to name platform for that one, but like I don't think you have really some any kind of support on other platform. So when a creator is fell down, to, if they maybe not have a lot of friends, or I don't know, but who they go to when they want to chat? Say, so I really want to build a platform that is around community and self, not for self, but really helping each other, really really human. Yeah, I don't know how to say it better than that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe we don't won't be the bigger, but if we're the most loved one, I think uh, that's my goal, kind of way. And yeah, helping as much creator as possible, and I want to offer UI in more countries. For example, I would like to be in Japan. I would like to be even in Africa. There's a lot of creators in Africa, but there's a lot of it's hard to explain, but there's a lot of technical things that are hard to be able to support them in Africa. So yeah, I want to help as much people as possible, and yeah, I don't know what to add to that.
Oh no, that was perfect. I like hearing the overall long term goals, and it's nice to hear like your perspective on things. I feel like it's very unique, very insightful. It's definitely it's not what I expected, which is like good, I guess. Like I don't know. I really like the idea of like a very like mindful, very like kind platform like that's
Yeah,
something I feel like is very rare in like any community, not just webtoons. So I love
yeah.
that concept. Did you have anything to add, Ritzy?
Um, no, I think those um, it's good to know that yeah, like there are, even though there's small platforms, like it's good to have places on the internet that um, don't really go the same direction of everything else, of being very like heavy on engagement metrics, things like that, which is the problem with getting a lot of money and like putting that into the products, is that you're going to want to see a much bigger return. So they can't really offer the same things that a smaller uh, a smaller place can.
Yeah, that's also a good point. Most platforms are really focused on money, but that really affect um, when we talk about human side of things. They don't care about the human side. They just want more money, and it's even worse when they are on Wall Street. Actually, so um, so I don't think this space is going to be better in the future. But anyway, so yeah, like it's important to make money. It just to support the platform. Like I have hosting to pay and things like that, but it's not like yes, it costs money, but we're not in millions of dollars. But I was talking to someone at Global Comics a couple weeks ago, and they said like, okay, for Yurai, you will need like $4 million to make something happen. And I was like, but you know what? I think it's not the way I want to go, and it's not me. And like, yes, it will help to grow, but you will also have investors that want to control what's happening on Yurai, and that's why I'm really I don't know if it's a word in English, but reluctant. Like I don't want. I'm really afraid of private investors because I don't want them to be there for their money. I want them to have the same values as me, and I think that would be really hard to get. So
Well, we'll get you a silent investor. They'll just throw money at you and leave you alone. So, well, I appreciate you covering all of this information with us getting to see a little bit of the behind the scenes. If you have like a little bit more time, maybe we could do a Q&A with chat if you're still good.
yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
It's fun. It's fun. So let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. And if you had anything you wanted to add, Ritzy, too. So chat, if you have any questions, please let us know. So that's so funny to me, though, that you were saying that you kind of didn't get into like anime or manga or webtoons until much later in life. What were you reading before? Like, what were you doing? What was your entertainment? I'm so curious.
I think it was mainly a video game.
Oh. Are you like a gamer?
Oh, somewhat, yes.
Spoken like a true gamer.
Yeah. So now that I enjoy more reading, like to be honest, school kind of made me disgust of reading. Like we were always reading like really boring books, so I was like, no, I'm not reading books anymore. So yeah, I was more into gaming. At that time, I was more into like Call of Duty and Halo. But over time, once I start finding series that I really enjoy, I start reading more. So I was reading like every morning before going to work. It was like, okay, I take my 15 minutes to read one of or two of my webtoon that publish a new episode, and it was kind of my good start to the day. So it was like it was a good one of the reasons also I wanted to try something with that. And yeah, more recently, like you probably know Genshin Impact, like it's a lot of text if you read everything. So yeah, it's a universe I like to enjoy. So I'm more into stuff like Genshin Impact recently than I'm not playing Call of Duty anymore. Like they're publishing the same game over and over. So yeah, one is enough.
Oh, I agree. I have like the biggest smile on my face. Like I am obsessed with Genshin, to be honest. Like I should not be playing it sometimes. Like so okay, like I'll make this short. Last night I was supposed to work out when I got home. I was like, oh, I gotta do my exercise before I go to bed. Like I try to exercise every day. And then I was like, but I haven't done my dailies on Genshin, so I need to log on for that.
That's a good reason.
Yes. I was like, oh, those dumbbells will be fine. Oh man. Like, I'll definitely be messaging you after this to be like, so, what is your user ID?
Go ahead.
I'm very excited about that. So, I don't see any questions. I think we covered everything pretty good for the most part. So if there are future questions, you can definitely reach out to no, I'm not going to try Geoffrey. You can definitely reach out to Geoffrey directly. He's pretty much said that he's open on almost any platform that they're available. And so, with that, I'll just say maybe you can wrap us up with some closing comments then.
Oh, yeah, sure. But first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to show Yurai to more people. Like we say since the beginning, we're kind of small for the moment. So the more eyes we have on us, the more the more people hopefully will be on the platform. And to the creators, the viewers out there, I already said it, but yes, please try, go ahead and try UI. Um, I'm really looking forward your comments, your feedback. I take everything into consideration, and there's even a place on our Discord where you can suggest new feature and just give your thoughts on the platform. So I'm reading everything. I'm even replying to you. Uh, so you know, oh, it's already something we're working on, or oh yes, it's a great idea. For example, there's a button we a reader requested in the app, and in 2 hours I added to the platform, and they were like, "Oh yes, it helped me really much," and I'm sure it will develop more readers in the future. So the more comment I have, the more I can upgrade the platform and make it the best tool for you and the best platform for the reader. So I'm looking forward to what you have to tell me.
Yes, yes, that sounds awesome. And quick thank you to Ritzy for being here to share his insights. And thank you for setting this up, Ritzy. Ritzy is actually the one who kind of like made this whole thing come together. So thank you so much, Ritzy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had a good time. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me on again.
Yeah, of course, of course. And so I will say in I guess like my closing comments about Yurai, like PT Squad, don't disappoint me. Everyone go and sign up, give Geoffrey like all the support, like try the series, let me know what your thoughts on it, and hopefully Geoffrey, maybe we'll have you back in the future once the platform has grown some more and you can share some more insights with us and what you've learned. We would love to do something like that.
That's a great speech.
All right, so we will wrap up there. My question to the community, after you've tried out the platform, please let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Um, and go ahead and do all of the YouTube things. We will catch you in the next video. And hopefully, we'll have another interesting collab on the horizon.